Hello boys and girls, today I'm going to teach you how to make a lot of fun toys. First of all, I'm going to show you a great variety of vehicles. It's very simple to make a car. Connect a tube with two small H's for its frame. Then push small H's a bit into the tube like this. Will look like a double cross. We'll need to make two of them in order to fix wheels. Make two sets of double crosses and then connect them with four wheels. You need four wheels moving. We need four wheels moving. Okay, these two wheels can move. Okay, add another two wheels. Okay. Take out the small H to connect these two sets of wheels. You connect them here, and then here comes a simple car. After the car was assembled, we can install bumpers for the car. Install one on each end, becomes a car. After the car was assembled, we can add three more bricks to turn it into a tank kit. Let's dig a round tube into the middle of a small H, and then add a small H on top of the tube. Then connect a long square tube to the top H. Just add three more bricks to turn the car into a tank kit. If you like an excavator, let's connect a small A at the front of the tube. It becomes a simplified excavator. If you like a bulldozer, replace a window board instead of a small H. It becomes a simplified bulldozer. While if you want to create a funner vehicle, you can create a vehicle with a joint. It will be more interesting and have better functions. In order to make a joint, we need four small A's and a round tube. First of all, place two small A's back to back and stick a round tube through the hole. And then place another two small A's on both sides, face to face, like this. Then we interlock this joint into the vehicle. Just like the tank kit we made earlier. With this joint, it will move up and down and move left and right. Same here, an excavator can dig soil like this as well. Same for bulldozer, connected with a window board and a small H. See, the bulldozer can move like this. Look. See, the bulldozer can move like this. Don't you think it's getting more interesting? Okay, if you want to assemble a more extraordinary bulldozer, just make a few more joints like this, and then connect them with small H's. It will strengthen its capacity. We just keep connecting the joints and small H's. Add a small H, then a joint, and a small H, and a joint. Just like this, all the way through. Add another small H, then another joint. A joint is assembled with four small A's and a round tube. See, it moves in a very flexible way, just like this. It can dig soil. So now, stick two small A's into a small H like this. We are making a bucket, and then interlock the bucket with the arm. See, after we finish assembling, it has a lot of joints. Isn't that amazing? With your hand and our Lego, you made this incredible excavator. Now, I'm gonna teach you how to make a gigantic tank. Then, you will have two tanks to play with. First, let's take our two big H's and place them side by side horizontally. Lock them with a big H. Connect another two big H's on each side, respectively. Take out another big H's and place them on these three vertical H's. After this part is completed, flip it down. Then connect four big A's on each corner as bumpers. Okay, four big A's, two on right and two on left. After this part is completed, it looks like the tracks of the tank. Okay, after we assemble tracks, we will stick a large square tube into the middle H like this. Connect a big H with a big wheel, like this. After connecting the wheel on the square tube, we will connect a big round tube to the front big H. It is also a tank. The car we just made can be transformed into a tankette. This tankette moves because of the round tubes as its axis. The tank moves due to the wheel as axis. You can start your own battle with these two tanks. Big H's create big tanks, small H's create small tankette. You can create all you want and use your own imagination. Now let me give you some demonstration, 3 to 4 simple demonstrations. There is a lot of simple car assembling. So for the car, let's fix tube first. When we are fixing tube's position, stick a round tube into two small A's which are set back to back, and then stick it through till A's are positioned in the middle of the tube. We need 2 sets just like this. We need 2 sets because they are the frames for fixing wheels. After completing this part, okay, lock them onto the big H as the front and the back of the car. Just like this. When you lock them well, install 4 wheels. It is a type of car. It moves. All 4 wheels. It's a type of car. You can make an even simpler car. For example, we can make a car out of this window board. We need to use tubes as its axle. Stick 1 tube at the front and 1 tube at the back of the window board. Just like this. Then install 4 wheels. It's also a car, a very simple one. Use your hand and use your brain to make whatever crosses your mind. If you push this board to one side, you can add the second board. For example, like this. After you add the second board and install wheels, you also get yourself a car. Isn't it super simple? We can even make a car just out of 1 board. We can use either square tube or round tube to make double crosses. You can create your own after I teach you what I have. As long as wheels are able to move, it is fine. Set up frames like this and install 4 wheels. All cars have 4 wheels just like this. Install 4 wheels. And then we fix the board with these 2 sets of wheels. A lot of methods to make cars. I'm just demonstrating a few ways for you. This is also a car. Isn't that simple? We can remodel our cars anytime. I'm going to show you how to make a train, a choo-choo train. We can take a part of this car and connect it with another complete car, just like this. If you need someone to drive the train, as a driver, just remove legs from the minifigure and connect it on a big A. And then you can lock it on any vehicle. This minifigure will look like a driver on the car, on the train. You can match it with whatever you like and just fix them together, just like this. Okay, let's take out a big round tube and then connect it with a big A. Lock it here at this spot and lock it. And then you stick a big A reversely into this round tube. Because we need a chimney up here, so it needs to be placed here. And the chimney is opening up, so we can connect a small A with a small round tube and lock it on top of the reverse A. It's a chimney opening up. So we can also fashion it a little bit. We can stick a big A here. Voila! Thomas and Friends choo-choo train. Now you have more toys. This is how you make the train. Now I'm gonna teach you how to make a motorcycle. Motorcycles have 2 wheels. We can take 2 wheels and make a very simple motorcycles. We just need 8 pieces of Lego. First, connect 2 wheels at each end of the big H. Secondly, we will connect a big H at the front wheel, and then connect two big A's on the left and right of the top of the big H as its handles. Add a chair at the end, just like this. What about when we need to park the motorcycle? It got to have a leg. We will connect a big A at this position. If you are taking off, just click it to the side. Here we go. When you get to the destination, park your car. A very simple motorcycle. Next, I'm going to teach you how to make a big complicated bicycle. It's a tricycle. Normally a tricycle has 3 wheels, but this tricycle requires 4 wheels. Why? You will know the reason later. First, let's take out a square tube. Okay, a square tube. Connect the square tube with 2 wheels. That's the end of bicycle. Add 4 small H's side by side here. Just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It fits perfectly like this. Take out another small H and stick here till the end. And take out one more small H and hold it like this. Lock them with another small H. Because we need to extend this, place a small H here. However, it is loose, so we stick another small H here to fix it. And then install a small wheel. Stick a square tube through the 3rd wheel like this. Through the wheel. And then connect a small H at this position like this. For our last wheel, which is the front wheel, stick a small square tube into the wheel that will be positioned at the middle. Then lock it up with 2 small H's. This way you will have a moving wheel. You need to connect the front wheel at this position. The difficulty is that this part is loose, so you may need your mom and dad to help you out. Lock it with an A on both left and right side respectively. This step is a bit more difficult. Lock them on 2 sides. We are almost done here. Last step. Last step is to make the handle for the tricycle. Connect the small H at this position. And then connect it with 2 small A's. One on the right and one on the left. One on each side, just like this. See? Tricycle has 3 wheels, but ours have 4 wheels in total. This wheel is used as an axis, so we can turn the front wheel around. You just got yourself one more toy. This is a tricycle. Next, we are gonna make a push scooter. Interlock 2 small H's on each side of the big H. On both sides, and then interlock them with a big A on 2 sides as well. We need wheels for push scooter. Speaking of wheels, the way to make it's the same as the one we made. Just like this. Stick a round tube into 2 small A's and then connect a wheel on each side. And then we lock the wheels at the empty space here. Same for this one here. Okay, and just lock them into the A. Okay, like this. The push scooter, but it's not done yet. We need something here so we can place a big A. Place a big A here. And then stick a tube. You can use round or square into this hole. At top of the tube, stick a big H. Then connect it with 2 big A's on each side, like this. So it becomes a handle, just like the one we made for bicycle. So this is Dr. D push scooter. Don't you have a great number of toys on hand now? Now we are going into animal sections. Let's take out a big wheel and connect it with a big A. There are 2 ways to connect. One like this and another way is like this. It assembles better if you do this way. And we need to connect 2 small A's on the big A. It's better to tilt them a little bit. See? We just need 4 pieces of Lego to assemble the snail. Can you see it's a snail? This is your favorite snail from Yo-Yo TV. Next, I'm going to teach you how to make a duck. This duck is our classic feature of this Lego. Okay, let's connect a small wheel with a small H first. It is the head of the animal. Then connect a small A right next to the small H. It looks like a duck's head. Okay, take out a big H. We use them for its body. Lock the head into the very front of the big H. Here comes the duck. Take out another small A, just like this one we use for its head, and stick it at the end of the big H. Just 5 pieces of Lego. We have a swimming duck, a very simple swimming duckling, just using 5 pieces of Lego. A duck has to have webs to walk, right? Let's make webs for the duck. Place 2 small H's side by side like this, and lock them with the small H in the middle. We just made a duck's web. And then we can stick the duck onto it. Then it will walk. If you want the duck to fly, you need to have wings. So connect 2 big A's in this direction like this on both sides. Then this duck has wings to fly. When the duck is eating, it needs to open its bill, right? So let's take out another small A and connect it at the front of the head. Now the duck can open its bill and eat. And when you eat, you're gonna lower your head, right? Doesn't it look like a dog is eating? After eating, it's sleeping time. You don't sleep like this. Dog sleeps in a very different way. It has to close the bill first, then turns the head around facing the back, and then rests its wings. This is how a duck sleeps. We can make a big duck. Since a duckling has its parents, big duck represents the father of the duckling. So we will connect a big wheel with a big H and a big A as its neck and then bill respectively. Afterwards, place 2 big H's side by side as its body and lock them with the head, and stick a big A at the end of the body as its tail. This duck has webs to walk as well. So for webs, we will place another 2 big H's side by side and lock them with a big H. Stick it onto the body. With webs, duck walks. Same thing, you can add wings. You can either connect big A's or big H's as its wings. If you're happy, you can have the duck opening their bill. You can make 2 big ducks, one for the mother, one as the father, and you can make 1 more duckling as their kid. See, you have many more toys now. Next, I'm gonna show you how to make a dinosaur. There is a simple version of a dinosaur using just 9 pieces of Lego. Take out 2 big H's. Okay, place them and then stick another 2 big H's on each of the H. Those are dinosaur's legs. Stick a big round tube into a big wheel and then stick them onto these 2 H's. On the wheel, we will need to connect 3 big H's. First, connect 1 big H as its tail. On top of the dinosaur's body, we are going to add its head. See, 9 pieces of Lego give you a dinosaur. It walks. What does a dinosaur eat when it gets hungry? Meat or vegetables? I think most dinosaurs eat meat. So, it was the duckling we made earlier. This is a dinosaur, this is a duckling. What does it look like? Dinosaur eating duckling. Guess what if you have 2 dinosaurs? Guess what? I'm going to make another dinosaur. Same thing. I'm going to make its legs. Stick a round tube into the wheel as its belly. Then connect its tails and body and head. Now it looks like 2 dinosaurs fighting over a duck. Now the dinosaur is going to transform. I'm going to show you a magic. Let me push the dinosaur's head down. Remove those small A's from the duckling and then connect them on top of the dinosaur's head. Replace the big H with a big A, like this. There's a big pouch here. We have a kangaroo baby inside the pouch. Here is our kangaroo that loves jumping around. If we combine a dinosaur and a kangaroo together, just like this, and take this part away, what does it look like? A dog, a horse, or a monster? Whatever you like. If we prolong this part, okay, make it longer, taller, what will it look like if we keep connecting those big H's? More big H's. Can you see? It's a giraffe. It's a giraffe. Now I'm gonna show you how to make a chick. Connect a small wheel with a small H as its neck and a small A as its bill, and then connect it with two small H's as its body and another small A as its tail. Lock two small H's with a small H as chicken legs. Three small H's. After you add big A as its wings. Isn't it look like a lovely chick? You can open its bill too. If you don't like this kind of chicken legs, we can remove these ones and then I'm gonna show you a different kind of chicken legs. Stick two round tubes or two square tubes. Then connect each one of the tube with a small A. Here comes a different kind of cute chick, like this. So it's a chick. You can make a chicken as well. Okay, next I'm gonna show you how to make an ostrich. See? Okay, this small whale is its belly and connect it with three small H's. Secondly, place two small H's side by side and lock it. Now it stands. Stick one end of the round tube with one of the small H. It's long neck for ostrich, and connect a small A at the other end of the tube as its head. Connect two small A's like this. It's ostrich's wings. If you assemble with big H's and big A's, we will have large ostrich. Now we are gonna make a dog. A very simple dog. We need 1 Lego, 2 Lego, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces of Lego, turn it into a dog. Same thing, we can modify it. We can add 2 more ears. Like this. Doesn't it look better? We can also make the tail movable. First of all, instead of the big A, we connect a small H with the round tube. Then stick them at the end of the dog's body. We have a movable tail. If we take away those 2 ears, replace them with 2 big H's. Meanwhile, replace the tail with a small A. Can you tell? It's a deer. The reindeer sentence clause is right. Next, we are gonna make a scorpion. Scorpion. Okay, connect a small wheel with 3 small H's evenly. Then connect 2 small H's with these 2 H's as its claws. Okay, and then we need to connect more small H's on the 3rd H. Okay, get another small H. And then connect several small H's with a square tube. At the very end, connect it with a small A. It's a scorpion. We can make a lot of toys, just a few pieces of Legos. Now we're gonna make a snake. It's assembled with small H's only. First, connect 3 small H's like this, then another 3, then another 3. Just like this. And because the head is sticking up, let's connect another 3 more small H's here, and then connect the small a as its head. At the beginning, it's its neck. Do you have a lot of animals? Now we are gonna make a rooster. Place 2 small H's side by side and lock it with another big H. As chicken legs, stick a big wheel on top of the big H, then another big H on top of the big wheel, and then another big wheel. Connect 2 big H's with the top wheel as its bill, and a big A in this direction as its crown. Stick a big square tube into the bottom wheel. Connect 2 big H's on 2 sides of the tube at different directions. One heading this way, one heading that way. Add 2 A's on each H as its wings, like this. One up and one down, and 2 big A's like this. Here comes the rooster. With your hand and our Lego, you can make all kinds of animals you want. Now, I'm going to teach you how to make a combat aircraft. A very simple combat aircraft. Connect a big H with a big wheel. 2 pieces at the front and 2 pieces on the side, and 2 pieces at the back, and then we need 3 pieces here. At the end of the 3 piece, interlock another big H horizontally like this. This is a simplified combat aircraft. Once we know how the thing look like, we will assemble to resemble the object we want. Add another round tube at the front. Does it look like a combat aircraft? You can make your own variation. This is a type of aircraft. Now I'm gonna show you a more difficult aircraft. Let's stick in 2 small H's on each side of the big H, just like how we made our push scooter earlier. Remember to connect a big A at both ends of those small H's, like this. We need to make one more, another half of it, just like this. Connect a big H with 2 small H's and then connected them with big A's. This is the wing and this one is the body. We need to put small A's into the space. Okay, stick 2 small H's into the body and stick the wing on top of it. It's an airplane. We need to make its propellers. Use a small wheel as its axis and add vents on it. You can add 3 vents or 2 vents or 3 vents. Just connect them evenly. Stick a round tube into the wheel and then stick 2 small H's into the tube here. Connect the propeller at the very front. This is the propeller. And then connect the propeller at the very front and lock it with a big A at the bottom, like this. The airplane is taking off now. However, if it's gonna land, we need wheels. Same method. We stick 2 small A's placed back to back into the round tube, and then connect 2 small wheels on each side of the tube. Now we can lock the wheel into this part of the airplane. Okay, with wheels the airplane is able to land. Last step is to make the end of the airplane, which is the rear fin. Connect a small A on each side of the small H and then stick it at the end of the body. Doesn't it look splendid? What if you want to enhance its functions? We can modify a little bit. I know you like combat aircraft, so we can stick a small H into a tube. Let's make 2 of them like this. Then stick each one at each side of the wings. Now, a propeller-driven airplane becomes a combat aircraft. You can use your imagination. Next, I'm going to teach you how to make a simple helicopter. It only requires 10 pieces of Lego. First, place 2 big A's back to back neatly. Then stick 2 small H's into the spot. And then push them in. Like this. Remember not to block the square space because it is required for its propeller. Okay, connect small H's with a small wheel. You can connect 2, 3, or 6 pieces as long as they are connected evenly and movable. And then stick a round tube into the wheel. This is a propeller. Then you stick it into the square space. Last 2 pieces of Lego. Connect the small H with the square tube, then add it to the end. Like this. A simple helicopter is done. With 10 pieces of Lego, you get yourself an aircraft. So many toys. Now, it's robot time. I'm gonna show you to make a simple robot. You need to know how people look like. People have legs. We have 2 legs. So let's make 2 legs first. Then we will start adding up. We will get the body. We will have arms and hands. When you know how an object looks like, you can try to assemble them to see if it looks like the object. We have a lot of items, so we can do like this. Robot may want to hold a knife, a sword, or a shield. So you can use your imagination and creativity. Like this, shield. I'm done. Voila. Does it look like a robot? Use your imagination and creativity. I'm done for now. Bye. Hello kids, I'm Auntie Lepo. Today I'm gonna show you how to make a very cute alarm clock. First of all, take out a big wheel and wrap it with a white strip. And then connect 2 small A's as 2 legs of the clock onto the strip. Then connect 2 small wheels as its ears. So when it rings, you can just push it. So we have our alarm clock here. Isn't that simple? Now, what's the first thing we do after getting up? Brush teeth, yes. So now I'm gonna show you how to make a very cute toothbrush. You can make it colorful or same color. Toothbrush is done. What do you need on toothbrush? Bingo, toothpaste. Then you place a small round tube on top of the toothbrush. Now you successfully made a toothbrush with toothpaste. After you brush your teeth, you brush your hair. So we are gonna make a hairbrush. There are 2 types of hairbrush. One is cuter than the other. Now connect the window board with small H's and make the handle out of small H's. You can make the handle as long as you want. When you connect these 2, it becomes a simple brush. You can brush your hair with it now. What are we gonna do afterwards? I'm gonna teach you to make another type of brush. It's called pin brush. You take these small round tubes and interlock them one by one. Make the same handle as the last one and connect them together. Now you got yourself 2 different type of brush. You have 2 brushes now. What are we gonna do after brushing your hair? Look in the mirror. Yes, we are gonna make a beautiful mirror. Take out the window board first and connect it with a small H as a handle. Very simple mirror. Let's dress up now. Next, we are gonna make a headband. Connect 2 strips together. You can snap on small H's or small wheels. You can make a beautiful flower like this. Does it look like a beautiful sunflower? Snap it in the middle later. Does it look like a beautiful sunflower? Snap in the middle and decorate it with small H's, as many as you want on two sides. You can fully decorate it like this. Then wear it. You can wear it on your head. Let me show you. Isn't it lovely? You can wear it as a necklace. Now, I'm gonna show you how to make a watch. Snap a small wheel on the strip and buckle it up. It simply becomes a watch. Meanwhile, you can attach some small leaves to make it lovelier. Very simple. Just like this. After dressed up, we may need a handbag to store all kinds of makeup kits. So, in order to make a bag, take out a window board and two small H's. You interlock these pieces and turn it around. It looks like a table. After you interlock with another window board and snap it with a strip, you get yourself a small bag. If you think it's too small, you can enlarge it. Take another two window boards and stack them together. Try to use the same color. And then connect two strips. Try to use the same color. Connect two strips on one end and put them through these holes. Like this. Then connect two strips on the other end. And then here is our big bag. Mommy likes to buy LV bags. Here, can we click on an A and make our own LA bag? The bag no one can forge. It's prettier. Then you can click a small circle on wherever you like. Here comes the bag. What do you want to put in your bag? Great. Let us take the most up-to-date digital camera. Very simple. Get a window board. Connect it with a small A. Then take out a round tube and interlock it with a small wheel. Just like this. Look here, I'm gonna take a photo. 1, 2, 3, say cheese. See, we made a digital camera. Isn't that simple? Just need a few bricks and you get yourself a camera. Okay. Let's put our gadgets into our bag and take a walk at the park. Let's go. Here we are at the park and we see all different kinds of chairs. Today I'm gonna teach you how to make 3 different kinds of chairs. Just like the bag we made earlier, there are 2 small H's on the window board. Next, we are gonna make a nicer looking chair with a perpendicular back. First of all, connect the window buckle with 2 window boards. Since chairs have 2 forelegs, connect those small H's. See, there are 2 legs and 2 legs. Here, there's another different kind of chair with 4 tiny legs. Connect 4 small tubes instead of small H's. That's another different type of chair. So we have 3 kinds of chairs here. Shall we make a table to go with those chairs? So let me teach you how to make a big table. Take 2 window boards out and place them next to each other. Then use small H's to connect these boards. And then stick 4 long tubes at 4 corners. Because table is higher, you need to stick 4 longer tubes at 4 corners of the table as 4 legs. Voila! We have our tables and chairs. We also have shed and park. Again, take out 2 window boards and place them next to each other. Place the table we just made on top of these boards. Usually there are some decorative feature on top of roof, so we can attach a small A on top. Here comes a tiny shade. Cute, isn't it? Let's modify the shade a little bit. Where do kids like to go for slide? Cold drinks and Coca-Cola. Guess where this place is? Guess where this place is? Connect 2A with a H. What is this? McDonald's. We made a McDonald's at home. Lovely, right? What are we gonna do after making all kinds of chairs and tables? We are gonna enjoy those beautiful flowers and landscape. There are all kinds of flowers and grass. We need to make a lawn first. Let's place 3 window boards horizontally and connect this lawn with small A grass. Secondly, let's start planting flowers. Interlock a small wheel on top of the tube as a flower. Attach 2 small A's on the round tube as leaves. It becomes a beautiful flower. Connect small A's. Connect small A's on the rim of the wheel. Then connect a long round tube. We just made a sunflower. We just planted the second beautiful flower on the lawn. Now, we are gonna plant a different kind of rose. The way we connect small A's on the small wheel is just like the way you build a windmill. And then interlock the flower with the long tube. See, lovely rose. We got 3 flowers. So you can plant flowers at home and make our park colorful, enjoyable, and beautiful. Since we have so many beautiful flowers, we need to watch out for other kids who might pick them. We need to build up a fence. So let's connect 2 strips together and attach lots of small H's on the strip. 1, 2, 3. It will start from one end till the other end. Lots of small H's, one after one. You can make it colorful or use the same color. Depends on what you like. Here it is, a fence surrounding our beautiful garden. Kids will sneak in and pick on our beautiful flowers now. What a beautiful garden. Now, let's take a walk along the pond. Let's make the same fence again and connect it with 2 ends of the fence we just made. Then we got ourselves a hedge for the pond. Is the pond big enough? Should be big enough. What else is in the pond? A duck swimming. Connect a small A and a small H on a small wheel. Then interlock the small H on the big H. See, it's a duck swimming in the water. The duck has a good friend who happens to be the cutest, the loveliest Donald Duck. Have you seen Donald Duck before? He has 2 legs. First, connect 2 legs with a big wheel for his big belly. Then interlock the body with the neck. A mouth. Like this. Voila! Donald Duck is gonna dive in the pond and join the duck. Don't forget that Donald Duck has 2 wings. He dances. Isn't he cute? You can move the mouth downward a little bit like this. Isn't that cuter? Look, there are kids rowing boat in the pond. Hold on, let me show you how to make a boat. Take small H's to connect 2 ends of a big H with 2 big A's. It is your boat here. Then clip a minifigure on the boat. Cool! A kid rowing boat. What a busy pond. You can give the minifigures 2 oars. See, he's rowing boat in pond. Kids can now row boats in pond. Oh, here comes a naughty boy who just jumped in the pond and swam. Thank God that he brought his own swimming belt. Swimming. Look, a turtle just joined us. Let's make a turtle. First of all, wrap this big wheel with a strip. Then attach 4 legs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then attach a head. And last, attach a tail on for the turtle. And now he's dabbling in the pond. Turtle has a very good friend, a snail. He doesn't want to be left out. Earlier, Brother Lepo showed you how to make a snail. Now I'm gonna show you again. Clip a big A on a big wheel, then connect 2 small A's on top of the big A. See, it's a snail. Snail is in the pond too. The pond couldn't be busier. Now, let's go to Playland. Here we go, let's go. We have seesaw at Playland. First of all, connect 2 small H's on a small wheel. Then connect 2 big A's on each end of the small H's. Then take out a window board and connect it with 2 small H's. Stick a tube through the hole on the wheel. Then place the tube on H's. You can have 2 kids play seesaw now. Remove both legs from minifigures and place them on seesaw. It becomes a fun seesaw. You can play with your brothers and sisters at home. Now I'm gonna show you how to make a slide. You can connect a great number of big H's to make a long slide. The longest slide, the number 1 slide in the world. Connect 1 H after another. Slide must be tall to be exciting and frightening. So you can set the slide at this height for it to be fast and furious. See, you can put a minifigure on the slide. Isn't that fun? I just show you how to make a duck, right? You can put your duck, your bobber, your robot, all kinds of figures on the slide. Let's slide together. Cool, right? Now we are gonna make a swing. First of all, connect lots of small H's together. And connect 1 end with a small wheel. The longer you make, the higher it swings. Use window board as the chair for the swing. So connect the window board with the small H you made. A very simple chair. Clip a small A, a safety chair, because they are always naughty kids. You want to swing when you see one, right? Let's sit up bow in the chair. Stick a long tube through the holes of these 2 wheels and hang it high. Those slides we made earlier become very handy now. It must be super exciting and scary to swing so high. Both stands must be parallel for it to swing, so we need to add 1 small H on top of each stand and hang the tube on them. You can make your own swing. Wow! Don't swing too high, it could be dangerous. You can make your own fun swing now. If you connect a small H on a small wheel, it turns into a lollipop. If you connect one more small H on the wheel, it turns into a hairdryer. What if you connect third H on the wheel? It is the Y of YMCA, a triangle propeller. What if you connect 6 H's on the wheel and stick a tube into the hole of the wheel? It turns into a windmill. Or you can see it as a whirl gig. Spin it. Connect lots of small H's as the stand of an electric fan and stick it on a window board. Put the windmill on top of the stand. A windmill turns into a cute electric fan. Cool, right? It cools down air. Do you see the electric fan spinning? You can transform fan as well. Connect small wheels one by one with the windmill. I'm going to make a super gigantic Ferris wheel. Afterwards, place 2 window boards next to each other, connect them with the toe stand assembled with H's. Then interlock the Ferris wheel at the very top. Did you see, kids? A windmill turned into an electric fan, then transformed into a Ferris wheel. We just did it! You can use big wheels instead of small wheels to make a huge Ferris wheel. Next, I'm gonna show you something rare. After walking and playing for a long time, we are pretty thirsty. So, we are gonna make the most tasty ice cream bar. Just like this. Connect the big H with a tube, you get a hammer. Connect another big H. It becomes a single log bridge. If you keep sticking at more big H's, blue, yellow, green, you will get yourself a very colorful ice cream bar. So thirsty now. Then stick a big H on another end of the tube and add a handle. It becomes a cup. If you feel incomplete, you can add a big straw. It's like a glass of pearl tea now. After you finish drinking your pearl tea, replace the big A instead of the tube. It turns into a trophy. It's a trophy you'll get when you get an A on exam. If we remove both big A's from the trophy and attach big tube instead, meanwhile have mommy give you a slice of lemon. It becomes a glass of lemon tea. Take off the big tube and turn it upside down. Stick the big wheel into the tube and add a huge handle. It's a flashlight here. Then add one more big tube. It then becomes a teapot. If you connect a big A with a big wheel, it becomes a cup. You can drink water out of it. Replace a big A instead of the tube of the teapot. It then turns into a nursing bottle for babies. How old are you now? Are you still drinking out of the nursing bottle? You see 2 handles of the nursing bottle, right? If I add 2 more handles onto it, we have 4 handles in total. Different color makes it more beautiful. Then if I add 2 more small A's behind the wheel, it transforms into a bee. Did you wipe your mouth after drinking milk? If not, you'll get stung by the bee. Isn't that fun? That's all for today. Have a great time. Hello kids. You have watched previous teaching programs, right? You must be expert now. You have made windmills, cars, airplanes. But what if a manual windmill isn't fun anymore? What if a car used to be pushed around manually can start running automatically? What if an airplane flies, but its propellers are moving? Would you like me to show you how to install motor so they can start running automatically. Okay, so pay attention now. I'm gonna show you how to install motors. Listen to me. If you are really great at assembling Legos, you can go to department stores and buy this set of 3 cute electrical scientific building block. It consists of motors and gears. After you learn to install motors, you'll be an expert. Now let me show you. If you have this set of Lego, first thing you do after you get home is to load 2 number 3 batteries into the remote control. If you don't know what number 3 batteries are, ask your mom and dad. Load 2 batteries like this, and then we check if the motor works. Let's take out the motor and connect it with the remote control. Listen to whether the motor works. If it moves, then we are certain it works. For example, let me show you. For example, this windmill we have here is made of round tube without motor. Therefore, it's not rotating automatically. First of all, every wheel has a matching lead. Let's cover a wheel with a lid. Do you know the purpose of covering the wheel with the lid? See the bearing I have on my hand. If I stick this bearing tube into the covered wheel, you will see the wheel spinning. But if I uncover the wheel will move despite of the turning tube. Therefore, if you want the wheel to rotate, you must cover it with the lid. For all big wheels and small wheels, they all have the matching lids. Remember to cover those wheels. Second thing is to install the motor with the wheel. Unfortunately, they cannot be connected directly, right? Even though we have connected the bearing tube and covered the wheel with lid, you need to pay attention to how I interlock them together. See this object? It's a joint. Each joint has 4 dots. We need to interlock them and tight. Tight enough so the tube and the wheel do not fall apart. Next, you'll find a socket at the bottom of the motor. Plug the remote control into the socket and turn on the motor to see if it moves forward and backward. If it moves both ways, it works. If you know how to connect all these objects, you can make a lot of features. Let me give you a simple demonstration. For example, this huge windmill I have here. Before, we need to spin it manually. Look here. We are gonna use this kind of tube. Just like I said earlier, you just plug it in the motor and see what it does now. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. Moving forward means it spins clockwise. Backward means counterclockwise. So it's just like the windmill generator in Neverland. I have other finishing features on my hand. Have you ever seen a skyscraper? Have you seen in a Ferris wheel on a skyscraper? You can see very far on a Ferris wheel. But before, you need to spin the Ferris wheel manually. But after you plug in the motor, the Ferris wheel will start spinning automatically when you switch on. You can see it spinning forward and also backward. Have you ever sat on a Ferris wheel spinning backwards? You can keep trying. What else can you make out of this motor? Just need to apply this joint. Just take a look here. Here is the Dutch windmill. This one uses a small wheel. As a result, we need to cover it with a small lid. Then connect this motor with a joint. Voila! Very simple. Just a bearing tube, a lid covering the small wheel, and then the windmill rotates. Have you ever been to an amusement park? Have you ever tried the wave swinger, which has chairs flying outward? It needs a big wheel, so remember to cover it with a big lid. You can tie those bricks and chairs up with the strings you found at home. Meanwhile, connect those bearing tubes together. And remember to use long bearing tubes. Make it really tall so the chairs attached to the string will be dragged on the floor. So I install a motor at the bottom. Same thing. Plug in the remote control and turn on the switch. Isn't that cool? And adventurous getting on the web spinner. Everything's different by just adding the motor. Do you want to make something better and more extraordinary? Not just covering one lid. You gotta know how to fully utilize all gadgets. You have one secret little gadget here. In spite of one motor, it can still move a few sections. There are 2 gears in this motor. Wherever the gear is connected, that part becomes mobile. If you know how to use it, it generates power. For instance, this helicopter has 2 motors. It has 2 motors. The top motor controls the top propeller. The other motor controls the back propeller, connected with several bearing tubes. Do you see that this motor controls the propellers? So remember, if you fully utilize this motor, it is able to move 2 parts at the same time. Let's take this big airplane as another example. It's simple to make an airplane. You all know how to make it. Let's connect a same axis gear with the motor situated at the bottom center. What difference will we make out of this same axis gear? Check it out. Look here. This motor can make both wheels move forward or backward at the same time. The front gear moves the propeller. This gadget here is called same axis gear. It has a cord extend to 4 sides. If we turn this, these 2 gears will turn at the same directions, either forward or backward. What's its function? Same thing. Before we connect it with anything we want, we need to connect this gear with 4 joints. Then we can see the differences. Then we are gonna connect the wheel with the lid. Remember that wheels cannot be connected directly with the gear. They need to be connected via bearing tubes. So let's try to connect the same axis gear with the gear later. Just like this. Connect the wheels like this. Okay, now we can connect the same axis gear with the motor. Okay, what will happen after connected? When we turn on the switch, are these wheels turning at the same time? Yes, they can move forward and they can move backward together. If you connect in the right order, those gears will move at the same time. But sometimes you may connect those gadgets to the wrong side. If you connect them to the wrong side, okay. If you see the gears turning in opposite directions, then when you switch on the motor, you will find out that one wheel is moving forward, but the other wheel is moving backward. And if that's the case, it means that you didn't assemble them in the right order. The car will move anywhere, but keep spinning at the same spot. So it's wrong. How can we correct it? Just remember, when you are connecting those bearing tubes and same axis gear, double check if the axis is one piece going through the center, which means that the car will run forward or run backward at the same time. So if you connect it correctly, see, it will run forward or backward at the same time. And for this car, let's stylize our car, okay? We can simply, for example, we can simply interlock a brick at the front and another brick at the back, and then place a long tube onto these 2 bricks. Okay, a long tube like this. Take a good look at this motor. The car can move forward, also backward, right? See, because this is a flat surface, it's easy to run. If we have a slope or a staircase, we need to wrap the wheels with strips to increase its horsepower. So, connect them with white strips to increase its horsepower. The bigger the horsepower is, the higher the friction with the surface becomes, and the faster the car will run. See, does it run faster and have bigger torsion? What else can we make out of it? For example, let's unwrap those strips. Have you ever seen a duckling? Okay, let's make one. It's a very cute beak. It has a very cute beak. You know how to make it? Let's also add a tail to the duckling. A duckling, a tail. Duck also have webs. So shall we add 2 webs for it? See, this is a duckling with webs. Now, you see how the duckling walks. See, it can walk forward. Isn't it cute? Have you ever seen a duck walk backward? Now you see it. You know the duck sometimes can walk backward, which means that when you use the same axis gear, you simply can make a dexterous duckling that can walk forward and backward. Furthermore, we can make a 4-wheel car out of the same axis gear. For instance, what we had earlier were all 2 wheels objects. Can you turn them into a 4-wheel object? Let's extend this 2-wheel object first. After we connect ball bearing tubes and bricks and wheels, you will see that this motor is at the back. See, if you connect 2 more wheels at the front, it can still move forward simultaneously or move backward simultaneously. This motor is only directly connected with 2 wheels. These other 2 wheels are just moving along with the 2 back wheels. So this is what we call 2-wheel drive. You don't want the 2-wheel drive, you want it to be faster. You want your car to be 4-wheel drive. So there are 2 sets of gears in the box. If you try out a different set, things will be different. Let's take a close look and see what differences in the connection of these 2 are. Remember, those wheels need to be covered with lids. There are 4 wheels here, right? Because I installed 2 sets of same axis gear, therefore these 4 wheels can move at the same time, either move forward or move backward. In this case, it will be faster. The faster it runs, the better it grabs the floor, the surface. So sometimes if we are running up a steep slope, a 4-wheel drive has greater power to run faster. Sometimes if you lose a wheel accidentally, the car can still run forward, backward with only 3 wheels. Still very powerful. Next, I'm gonna show you something very interesting. The speed is the same now. We all know cars have transmissions, so it can go faster or go slower. How can we do it? How is it possible? Now let me tell you that there is one more magic gadget. It's called the speed change gear in the box. The axis in the middle is bigger, and the axes at the 2 sides are smaller. So what difference can you make? Let me show you. Let's try out with this motor. But there's no speed change gear. The speed is just like this. It doesn't go faster nor slower. But what if we connect it with the speed change gear? Does it move faster? Look at the gear in the middle. When the big axis rotates once, the small axis will rotate twice. So we can speed up the electric fan, so it will run faster. Same thing, if we want to slow it down, I will connect the gear with the big one in the middle, and the motor with the small one on the side, and switch it on. See, it runs much slower now, right? Do you see that speed is much slower now? There are a lot of gadgets in this box, and also have a teaching manual. You can follow the procedures in this manual and make all those objects at home. You can take photo of your best creation and keep record on your book. And if you gradually get better and better and make all those objects in this booklet, I believe one day you will be able to design your own robot and other interesting objects. There are a lot of kindergartens teaching kids how to make robots, and a lot of them adopt our electrical scientific building blocks. So create your own, but watch out for this motor. When you are not playing, remember to switch off the motor. We mustn't turn on the motor and let it run forever. If the motor runs too much, the sound of the motor will get louder and louder. It will affect its efficiency and decrease its lifespan. And do not try to block the motor while it's running, because it will break down. So I want you to be careful. I want you to brainstorm and come up with a new creation at home. If you have any new ideas, just give me a call. Bye!